Hi, I'm Holly Cusumano, and this is 52 Ways to Add Herbs to Your Life. Last weekend we had a garden tour here at the house, and I offered everyone who came through a little sample of a dessert called Lavender Panna Cotta. And more than a dozen people asked me for the recipe. So I thought I'd quickly put it together. It's a very simple recipe, and share it with all the viewers of my video blog. The recipe comes from this cookbook called Simple Stunning Parties at Home, and the author's name is Karen Bussen, B-U-S-S-E-N. I've only made one other recipe from this cookbook, but it was also good. It was a coconut curry of chicken. A very easy recipe. So I'm going to work my way through this whole cookbook. But the recipe for today is called Mary's Lavender Panna Cotta. Panna Cotta means cooked cream in Italian. And a friend of mine said that when she was in Italy a year ago, almost every night she had a different kind of panna cotta. This one is scented with lavender flowers. And it's very easy. So I'll quickly read the ingredients to you. It's 5 cups of heavy cream, 1 1/3 cups of milk, 2 tablespoons of dried lavender flowers, 1.5 cups of sugar, 2 half-ounce packets of powdered gelatin, and honey for garnish if you want. So let me show you how to put this together. All you do is put 5 cups of cream and 1 cup of milk in a saucepan with the lavender flowers, and you just bring it to a boil. I wanted to show you, it took me a minute to figure out how much to buy in the grocery store of the heavy cream, but 5 cups is basically a quart, which is 4, and then a half pint, which is another 1, plus a cup of milk in the pot. The lavender flowers I got from our health food store. They're produced by a company called Frontier, which is well known for herbs and spices. This is organic lavender flowers. And so I put them in the pot also. And here are a few, just so you can see how they come out of the package. You just put 2 tablespoons in with the cream. So now I'm going to strain out the lavender flowers. This is pretty simple, just a few ingredients and a few steps. Now what you want to do is add the sugar, which is 1.5 cups. So I'll just pour it in, and I found that using the whisk was an easy way to do it. You want to make sure you hold on because this has been boiling, so it's very hot. So I'll just give that a quick stir to try to melt that sugar. You might see a few flicks of the lavender flowers, which I don't think is any problem. It's obviously edible. And it's amazing in just that short amount of time how much of the flower essence is in this cream. Now, the other thing you had to do was take 1/3 cup of milk and put gelatin in it. And I used Knox gelatin, and to be honest, I realized today that according to the recipe, I only used half as much as you're supposed to. It says 2 half-ounce envelopes, and I realized today that I'm using 1/4 ounce envelopes. It's not really marked that way, but anyway, it works. So I'm not going to suggest that you change it, or you can do You can add 4 of those envelopes if you also have Knox gelatin. And what you want to do is put this softened gelatin in here and dissolve it. Again, you want to hold on. This just takes a few seconds. I'm not really that familiar with using a lot of gelatin in recipes, so all of this was new to me, this idea that you take 1/3 of a cup of milk and sprinkle the gelatin over. I know in professional kitchens they get sheets of gelatin and they use that in desserts. So I think that's pretty good. Then the only other thing is I did put food coloring in mine, and one of the people on the garden tour, when they were remarking how beautiful the color was from the flowers, and I had to admit, well, no, actually I've used food coloring. The one I'm using is, it's called Wilton's Icing Colors, and there's 12 different colors in there. But I don't want to, use too much. So I'm going to take this tiny spoon and just add a little bit, because it goes pretty far. And now I'm going to put in a little bit more. I always want to put a paper towel down on my kitchen counter when I'm using food coloring, because I don't want to make a stain. So anyway, to serve this, it takes 6 hours in the refrigerator, and so you probably will be making this the night before, or maybe the morning of, when you're entertaining. I put mine in these little shot glasses that I got at the party store. They come in pretty colors, and actually I think it's enough. You get maybe 35 or 40 of them out of this recipe. Otherwise, according to the cookbook, it serves 8. So try Lavender Panna Cotta. See ya!